Hey guys, today we're in D19 Aroozoo Avenue. We've got a freehold 2-storey inter-terrace over here, original condition and sitting on a very generous land plot size of 2,000 square feet, which is very rare in today's context when inter-terraces are usually 1,006 to 1,008 square feet. And this is asking 4 million.
So what you ain't, come on and show me what you got. The room is filled with electricity, we never stop.
So today in the location that we are in, we're actually 2 streets away from the Kovan Sports Centre where you can actually find your Heartland Mall, and that's where you can actually find your Kovan MRT station. There are abundance of food, eateries as well as cafes. Let's go check out the home tour. Before we kickstart this home tour, if you have watched our PropertyLimBrothers landed series home tour, you definitely would have heard of the 4 different categories of landed properties. So starting with Cat 1 homes, they are usually more than 30-year-old homes and is actually the category that we are in today. Cat 1 homes are suitable for tear down and full rebuild. Cat 2 homes are homes that are around 20-odd years old, suitable for A&A, or you can purchase them to tear down and rebuild as well. And Cat 3 homes are usually 15-year-old homes that are meant for interior renovations, and Cat 4 homes are homes that are brand new homes in the market.
So today the unit that we're checking out is Cat 1. So this you can use to either rebuild or to do A&A, and of which we will share in greater details later. If you're looking for a landed in the D19 area, you'll probably be looking at 2 main areas, which is your Serangoon Gardens as well as the area that is bounded by your Hougang and Kovan. So Truing, why do you think this area is very private in demand?
In terms of zoning wise, where we are at today is actually 2-storey mixed landed zoning, but right opposite us is actually 2-storey semi-D. So in that sense, we actually do get more privacy because there will be a lesser density in the area. So if you were to go down along Aroozoo Avenue, you can actually find that some of your neighbours have already done some A&A and rebuilding works, and they have maximized to the maximum height of 12 meters. So the house that we're at today, the current height is about 9 meters, so definitely there is a lot of potential to further maximize the space.
This area of Aroozoo Avenue is also very easy to access. We've got the Upper Paya Lebar Road that leads you to KPE, and we've also got the Upper Serangoon Road that leads you to both CTE and PIE. And if you take a look outside, there are actually no road markings along the road over here. So what that means is that you can easily park your cars anywhere you choose to. And because the neighbours in front of us are all semi-D, so that means that the number of cars sharing this road is going to be lesser than if you were in an area that's all inter-terraces. So what if we're taking public transport? What then?
We are just a 5 to 7 minutes walk away to the Kovan MRT station. 2 streets down, you can find the Kovan Sports Centre, where you can find upcoming new Paya Lebar and Kovan Community Club. You also have the Kovan Market Food Centre, where you can find lots of eateries, and also you have the shop houses along the Upper Serangoon Road, where you can find like Lola's Cafe as well as Punggol Nasi Lemak. So definitely in this location, very convenient and accessible location. Within 1 km, we also have PLMGS as well as Xinghua Primary.
We're also surrounded by 4 massive parks in this area. To our left, we've got the Aroozoo Avenue and Surin Avenue Park, and to our right, I think we've got the Hougang Avenue Park, and to our back, there's the Maplewood Park. So definitely a lot of greenery for you. I can see why there's an attraction in this area because it's such a private enclave. It's close to amenities and MRT, but also being close to greenery as well.
I've been trying to make it make sense, it doesn't. Saw something there when it wasn't.
So coming back to the property, today the land plot that we are sitting on is 2,000 square feet. The current build-out is around estimate 2,002 square feet. So our plot here comes with a 6 meters width as well as a 30.5 meters depth. So compared to newer inter-terraces nowadays, plot depth actually comes with a 6 meters by 25 meters. The front porch will occupy 7.5 meters, and then the setback will occupy 2 meters, leaving you with 15.5 meters internally. Compared to the plot that we are in today, minusing off the 7.5 meters front porch as well as the 2 meter setback, will leave you with 21 meters internally. So compared to newer inter-terraces, we actually do get a 21 meters depth internally to enjoy.
So our unit sits on a north-south facing, so the main gate direction faces northwest, but more towards the north. So in terms of crosswind ventilation, again, there's quite a bit of wind going through the north-south area. So we're standing in the front porch. There are a lot of things you can do with this front porch. If you want to build in an alfresco dining area, you can do so. But let's say you need to park 2 cars. What you can do is you can knock this riser, subject to approval of course. You can move your riser all the way to your left, and you can install an electric automated gate that is able to open all the way, and that gives you a wider entryway for your cars to come in.
So now let's head on back to the house where we can share with you more about the floor plan. At the front, we have our front porch, living and dining area, as well as a dry kitchen with a granny room and storage, WC, as well as a backyard with a wet kitchen. So on level 2, we also have 3 bedrooms along with a common bathroom. Nicole, maybe you can share with our viewers what are some of the rebuilding options for this place.
So there are actually 2 options you can consider when you want to redo this place. You can either rebuild or you can do A&A. So if you're looking to rebuild, this is how you can do your 6 ensuite bedrooms. So this is the floor plan that's been provided by our builder and surveyor. Unlike what you're seeing right here, your bedrooms will be concentrated on the second and attic floor level. So the first floor is left to just your living and dining area. So you've got a very big living space as well as a dining space, and you have provision for a lift as well. So on the second floor is where you've got your 3 bedrooms. You've got your master bedroom, walk-in wardrobe, as well as the master bath. And outside of that, you've got your roof deck. So this is where you can put in outdoor furniture, some private area for you to spend your evenings at. And the other side, the master bedroom, is also where you've got the 2 bedrooms with its own ensuite toilet. And you even have space for a family area as well as a study corner. And on the 3rd floor, which the home lift also serves, you've got the junior master bedroom with its own roof terrace as well. And the last 2 bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms at the opposite end. So estimated building cost is about $375 PSF. So that puts about 1.6 million. So taking your purchase price of 4 million plus your 1.6 million rebuilding cost, so that puts your investment cost to be about 5.6 million. But what about timeline-wise?
What we're looking at for a full rebuild includes 6 months of submission period and another 18 months for the reconstruction. So all in all, about 2 years in total before you're able to move into your dream home. So with this configuration, definitely your family can stay comfortably in the next 10 to 15 years. If you do intend to sell your place in the next 10 to 15 years, it will definitely coincide with the upcoming master plan in the future. Number 1 will be the Cross Island Line. The Defu MRT station will be coming up. It will definitely bring up much more connectivity. Number 2, we also have our Paya Lebar Air Base transformation, which you often hear it from our home tours. Number 3 will be if you do intend to exit in 10 to 15 years, by then the category of your home will become maybe about 2.5 or 3, which will appeal to landed downgraders or even HDB or condo upgraders. In the recent years, we also have mega launches in the area that have come up. Condos like Affinity at Serangoon, Florence Residences, as well as River Sound Residences. So all these are very huge projects, which could be your exit audience in the future. So what's the other option that we can explore for this home?
So the second option will be to do a full A&A for this property. So an A&A is usually a full revamp of the existing fittings in this property itself. Some of the popular A&A works would be including a balcony in your front porch area, or maybe including an attic as well. So this option is popular for those looking to enter the landed market but isn't able to commit to the 2 years rebuilding process, but want something a little bit more modern, a little bit more updated. So let's share a little bit more about how they can do this A&A for this property. So where we're standing at is the living area. It's very sizable, very spacious. If you want to make it a little bit more open, what you can do is to knock this wall and create an open space. So you can head all the way to this beam, because this is a structural beam, so you can't touch that. But this definitely can go if you want something that's a little bit more open. You can see through to the entire unit.
We also have like very nice piece of wall over here. Definitely can add in like a TV feature wall where you can build in some like storage cabinets. The dining area. So currently we have this like a round table kind of setup. This is currently a 7-seater. So I think this area is definitely a very cozy and nice space for you to have as a dining area, because you are in such a close proximity with the living area. So definitely interaction can flow through the home when you're having dinner as well. What you can do to revamp this place is potentially to hack away the room that is right beside and to expand this entire area into an even bigger dining area if you need.
Let out the beast. Let him out.
Over here we have our dry kitchen area. So traditionally back then, when houses were built 30 years ago, usually they separate the wet kitchen and the dry kitchen. So we have our wet kitchen right at the back. And over here we have some carpentry that is done up by the owners maybe just 3 to 5 years ago. These are all still in working condition. But of course, if let's say you want to rebuild this entire place, you can definitely just replace the tiles, give it a fresh new look. We also have a small storage space right over here, which is underneath the staircase. Right beside here, we also have a room that is on level 1. one. So this is perfect for those that have, maybe elderlies at home. You can convert this room into a fully functional bedroom.
So if you take a look downwards, conversations with our builder, this is something that is really difficult to do in today's context, and this is something that only experts can actually do, and it can cost quite a bit. But if you're not a fan of this, maybe what you can do is to just change this into vinyl overlay. And let's head to the backyard as well. So this is where you can really see the elevated land.
I don't mind playing with that fire. Tell me why would you waste my time? Yeah, they told me no pain, no gain. That's how I know we ain't built the same.
So this is the wet kitchen and the rest of the backyard. So my right is where the WC is. Quite a sizable toilet. I mean, if let's say you have a helper staying with you, she can stay in the room and this is her private toilet. So at the opposite end is where the wet kitchen is. So you've got a double basin and you've got your gas stove. And you've also got a dedicated area to do your laundry, to sun your clothes and all that. You've got water points over here. But this, it's amazing because this is an elevated view. So where we're standing at is the first floor of our property, but where you're looking at is actually the second floor of your neighbour. So that's quite a bit of the elevation that you see right here.
So another thing that you can explore is definitely your kitchen smaller. You don't require such a big kitchen, and then you can extend your living and dining area.
So coming back into the A&A option, A&A cost is usually about 80% of the rebuild cost. So we're looking at about 1 million. So that puts your total investment value about 5 million. But what if you can't commit to a rebuild cost or even an A&A cost? So then what is the strategy for you? And that will be the pivot home strategy. So what this means is that one option is to buy over this landed property, do a minor renovation to make it something more suitable to your taste, and then stay in for maybe 3 to 5 years while you wait for your savings to accumulate again, then tear down and rebuild your property or do an A&A. Or alternatively, what you can do is also buy over this and then rent it out, and then after accumulated enough savings, you can then do a full rebuild.
So I think it's definitely great if you're able to enter into a landed market now, because the landed supply in Singapore is really scarce with only 73,000 properties available. So now we are on level 2. What you'll notice is consistent throughout the home will be the mosaic floor tiles. So I think this is really kind of a lost art, and there are actually 2 different patterns in terms of the flooring design. So over here behind me we have our common bathroom, which serves the 3 bedrooms that are on the second level. So over here we have a very sizable bedroom, so definitely we can fit up queen size bed or even a king size bed comfortably, and also we definitely have space to put in maybe like a big wardrobe as well as maybe a small study area. We also have this like small balcony, very nice lookout towards your neighbours because you're on an elevated land, so actually you are not facing your neighbours directly, but actually you are above.
So what you can do is also push out your bedroom all the way to where your neighbours are doing, and this increases the livable area in your bedroom as well.
We have our second common bedroom, also a very sizable bedroom. You can definitely fit queen size or king size bed, extending out this portion outside into a roof terrace space where you can have some like outdoor furniture, have some alfresco dining with your family. Definitely if let's say you want to explore hacking all the rooms all together, you can definitely explore having some bedrooms to have their ensuite bathrooms.
So taking a look at the overview of the landed market in Singapore, D19 has the highest transaction volume. So if you're looking at landed property in D19 and you filter that to Inter-Terrace alone, there's about 400 plus listings asking from the range of 2.8 million and above. The more affordable end of the listings will be your Inter-Terraces, their original condition, but also much smaller land, about 1,002 square feet. And if you filter that to be your typical Inter-Terrace size, about 1,006 square feet, that drops your number of listings about 300 plus. And if you filter that even further to something that is 2,000 square feet and above, that only leaves you about 30% of the initial number of listings. So that goes to show you how rare it is to find Inter-Terrace that is about 2,000 square feet and above.
So these listings are mostly split into 2 main categories: Serangoon Gardens landed area as well as the Hougang landed enclave. Comparing to Serangoon Gardens landed enclave as well as unit right here at Aroozoo Avenue, definitely you can find price disparity. So now let's talk a bit more about the price breakdown of this house.
Ours is category 1. Asking price is from 4 million, including the rebuild cost is about 1.5 to 1.6 million. So that puts your total cost about 5.6 million. So if we look at category 2, asking price for Inter-Terrace is around 4.5 million. So taking 80% of the rebuild cost, that's about 1.28 million. Your total investment cost for a category 2 landed home could be about 5.78 million. So for a category 3 home, if you recall, it's something that is about 10 to 15 years old, may require some renovations. And asking price for Inter-Terrace in this category is about 5.5 million. So we add the renovation cost about 500,000. That puts your total investment at 6 million. And category 4 is the brand new, newly built landed home. So that's usually asking about 6.5 million. But keep in mind that A&E and reno cost, that usually differs because it depends on the materials that you're using, but also it depends on when you're starting renovations. You may realize some areas that you may not have initially costed in might be something that you want to redo as well.
Our land size over here is at 2,000 square feet, so it is relatively near to our corner terraces sizes at 2,001 square feet. What if we are considering between purchasing into Inter-Terrace or a corner terrace?
So in this area, corner terraces for original condition also start about 4 million starting from. So if let's say you're looking at rebuilding something that is a corner terrace, you might have to actually pump in more cost to rebuild. Maybe just 300 square feet more per level. That's about slightly bigger than a bedroom. That can actually result in about 300 to 400,000 more in terms of rebuild cost. In terms of investment value, it might actually be a lot bigger than what you would expect for Inter-Terrace. So we think that this property, a 2-story freehold original condition, Inter-Terrace here at Aroozoo Avenue, is a great location to be at. It's very near the Kovan MRT and plenty of amenities, as well as reputable schools.
So the asking price for this house is at $4 million. And if you'd like to come down to have a physical viewing, do contact Nicole. You can check out more details in our PropertyLimBrothers website. And we are also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Xiaohongshu. My name is Shuing.
My name is Nicole. PropertyLimBrothers, always happy to show you the place.
Tomorrow National Day.
Oh, then you must salute the plane. You must salute the plane. Okay.
Wait, that's it. Because more of us are very long hair.
Yes. And if you want to take advantage of the... My dear, I think you gotta follow me.
Big room, definitely.
So what you can also do is... Oh!
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Our hair is gonna be even straighter after this.